Last week, we spoke about a company buying back its own shares and how this was a very tax efficient way of financing somebody's exit from a limited company. This prompted a very interesting conversation with Angus MacLeod at Wright, Johnson and Mackenzie about the need for planning for a business divorce before a wedding. No business runs smoothly the whole time, and there are always problems to be dealt with. Every path, even the newest ones, have puddles. You therefore need to plan ahead. You can't predict everything and all the problems that might arise in a business, but at least you can have some idea of what things might crop up in the future. Bear in mind that going into any sort of business relationship, whether it be a partnership, a company, or whatever it might be, is very much like entering into a marriage. Just like a marriage, the individuals involved in the relationship may well grow apart over time after the initial enthusiasm has waned. So before you finally take the plunge, I've got two questions for you. I'll not say more about the 10-year goals here, except to say that if you don't share a common vision, all sign up to the same BHAG, then you're trying to hold hands while walking in different directions. Given that every project, business or relationship has a finite life, let's turn our attention now to exits. Now, exits can be planned or unplanned. You'll have more time to deal with planned exits, but when it comes to the unplanned exits, there is only so much you can do. But it is important that you do something. When it comes to planned exits, you may well have years in which to prepare for your exit. And it's easy to control events, and you can make sure that everybody is happy with the strategies and plans that you've put in place. What about all those unexpected problems that crop up in the life of a business? Some of these will affect the individuals involved. What, for example, would happen if you went home tonight and then were taken ill and couldn't return to work for 6 months? Who would fill your shoes during that time? What happens in a husband and wife business when they get divorced? On the other hand, there could be natural disasters such as flood or fire, or there could be changes in technology which mean that your services or goods are now obsolete. In a situation where people are ending a business relationship, it will be much like a divorce. It could be amicable or acrimonious. You may retain a personal relationship afterwards, or it may be that you never speak again. The secret is in the planning. You can plan for the expected because you know what's coming. But how do you deal with the unexpected? Those problems which you haven't predicted in advance. Before you take off, you need to plan in case the plane gets into difficulty. Parachutes facilitate soft landings. They won't necessarily save you bruises, but they should at least stop you getting any broken bones. So what are these parachutes? Well, actually, they're just very simple documents. You just need to make sure they're in place before you intend to walk down the aisle. Partnership agreements will set out the terms under which you can come into the partnership, the capital you introduce, profit sharing and the like. Shareholders' agreements may include things like dividend policies. Business plans help you to ensure that you have a shared vision. Wills are especially important in family companies, and when we rely so much on technology these days, a disaster recovery plan is essential. And of course, it goes without saying that having put these plans together, you need to make sure that everybody knows where to find them, because at the end of the day, it may be you that has suffered the equipment failure, and you're not around to tell everybody how to do things. Putting these documents in place is something which is usually done with input both from a lawyer and an accountant. You will only see their true value when the relevant event takes place. I'm Alan Long from the Long Partnership, making life less taxing.